All the participants, please wait. We'll start in next 5 minutes. We are waiting for the resource person to join. He is trying to join. Please wait for 5 more minutes.
Sir, joined.
Selva sir, yes sir.
See, really, this topic is very recent trends, I think. That's why we got many participants.
Yes sir, yes.
Yes, sir.
Selva sir, you can directly start sir, because we are in late actually. No problem. You can directly start sir.
Okay. So, good afternoon, participants. For delay. Many participants, I stuck in to join there. Anyway, first of all, I would like to thank to Kiran sir for giving such opportunities to me to present the, hands-on training for artificial and data science. Really, when I was talking about like this kind of things, really, I got many experience in this regard. Artificial intelligence and data science really is doing good things. But sometimes when we talk about this, it has some disadvantages also in future. Definitely, it is going to get some demerits also. So we are going to get even it is like look like intelligence. Sometimes it has some disadvantages also. So studies are going on there. Okay, so today I will be giving some preparatory lectures. So preparatory lecture means how to initiate the artificial intelligence based project. It is like multidisciplinary. Okay, so when we talk about the artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, they are having a lot of applications. For example, I can apply particularly with respect to medical field. Recently, after I expect like after 20 years, I think all the hospitals will be like artificial intelligence attached like that. Okay, so by this thing, by the time, so we can make use of that coding and that particularly. So here, normally when we talk about this data science, like normally we will be dealing with like data. We'll be dealing, even right now we are getting some temperatures, like the climate is very getting low, right? So we'll be dealing with data. So after getting data analysis, right, we do some analysis like this, okay, by using machine learning, artificial intelligence. So it is look like ocean, but I can cover all these things within this stimulated time. But I will be giving overall procedures how to deal with this kind of things in future. Okay, first we go for some fundamental like. Okay, so right, basically I'll be dealing with like Google Colab. There are various kinds of platform is there available, but I'll be preparing for only Colab because it has a lot of libraries to be installed already. Yes, don't bother about that. Suppose if we make use of like Python, ideally, or some other like Jupyter notebook. Okay, so Anaconda. So we are having a lot of platform available for make use of the Python programming. But better we make use of this Google Colab. It's a best thing. But only one thing that we should have internet connection. That is the only problem. but the computation will be very high, like because it is like a cloud computing technology. Okay, I will start with basically going for like basic concept of like Python library like pandas, NumPy, right, and Seaborn. It's a very fundamental to go for the machine learning and all. So here first I go for that, like install library. So here nothing but pip. It's nothing but Python interpretation. It's very important. Like this, you have to install. Okay. So pip install pandas. Let's see what happened. So pip install pandas. Sometime it has time to install the library. Yeah, it's getting. So what happened is that I am installing the pandas library because I'm going to deal with some data like one-dimensional data, two-dimensional data. Normally, machine learning will be reading the two-dimensional like image. Robotics, they are going to make use of artificial intelligence for robotics. So robotics can scan the pictures, isn't it? So normally, these kind of system will be dealing with like data. I think you know, right? When we talk about the data, we'll be classifying like structured data, unstructured data. Normally, when we go for like dealing with in day to life, we are dealing with not structured data only. Okay, like satellite imagery, normal imagery. Okay, so all those things is unstructured data. Sometimes we go for the structured data also. Okay, I installed. Now I want to check it up like import. Now I'm importing the import pandas feed, isn't it? Import pandas as BD. I'm giving the instruction to the computer. You have to import the 3D after installing. Okay. Now I want to check it up the version. Okay. So pandas dot double-hyphen version. So actually here it is giving some error. Okay. What happened is, right, I'm giving like import pandas as PD, but here it is saying panda is not defined. Okay. So what you do is here you can do like PD because I already given like import pandas as PD, right? So PD dot version. Okay. PD dot hyphen version. So let's check now. Okay, I got it. 1.3.5, that is the version we are using there. Okay, so we can do a lot of things here after, isn't it? After first thing, you have to install the library. See, basically this is for the beginners, I think. Okay, it's not for the expert. So you have to import the library, install the library, then import the library, isn't it? How import it, like like that? Import pandas as PD. Import pandas as PD. Next, you go for like different kinds of, right? For example, I want to load from external file. For example, I'm going to take data from the external file. Okay. So for example, so here you go to that file. Okay. Then he can upload the data, isn't it? For example, your professor giving some data analysis to you. Okay. You are going to make analysis, some manipulation on the data. Okay. How to do it? Just you go to browse the data and import the data here, isn't it? So here I'm giving like so diabetes data I am using. This data I download from the PIMA, P-I-M-E. So it is a data. I mean, it's like a organization will be dealing for medical data. Those are interested in biomedical analysis. They make use of the PIMA data also. So existing database actually. Suppose you are going with some project, you will be getting some parameters from externally from the patient. You can compare with the existing data also, right? So we do some analysis. PIMA. Okay. So where I got this data, I download from the PIMA website, diabetes. Okay, PIME. So particularly these diabetes data will be dealing for women's data, isn't it? So what about that different parameter like glucose levels of a particular woman, I mean particular patients, and what about the glucose levels and the BMI and the pregnancy, like that. Okay. So I'm loading. Okay, for example, I like data set for understanding data set. Data set 1 for understanding. I'm giving data set 1 equal to what we can say PD dot read pd dot read dot underscore csv, then give the file name. Dataset 1, dataset 1. So it is giving a dataset 1 on pd dot read underscore cv. So I think I would give like, you know, it is ESV. Can you read the data? Yeah, it's okay now. Data set 1. So once its code is correct, it will be giving like tick value. So understand, right? And also time computation. Within the 1 second, it is computed. See, such a magic is there, right? Within the second, I can access the data from warehouse. Okay, so such a technology we are having. So basically, it is reduce your manual interruption. This is what I'm saying that it is a disadvantage in future. We are going to get some job loss also because of artificial intelligence machine learning. Okay. Suppose I want to see the database like data so on. So let's see what happened. Yeah, so we're getting like that all the data is or variables is given like pregnancy level and the glucose, pressure, insulin, BMI, diabetes, age, and cough. Here, when we talk about this parameter, they are assigned like those who are having the patient's diabetes mentioned as 1, and those who are not having the diabetes will be assigned as 0. They are mentioned, and the length of the data set is 768 rows and column. Better we can check it up. Data set that safe. Data set 1. Yeah, got it. Data set 1 dot shape 768,9. Okay, we are getting 768 rows and 9 columns, 9 parameters, isn't it? Like this, we can check it up. For example, what we can say, data set 1 dot describe. So we'll be dealing with like statistics of the data, like what will be the count of the data, minimum, maximum, and standard deviations, and 20% of the value, 50% of the value, 20%. Okay, this kind of things will be useful for our material method, right? Description of the data. Okay. And if you want to find the column, data set 1 CO column. So I don't want to open this documentation actually basically. So I want to read in main platform itself. So we are having the parameter like pregnancy, glucose, blood pressure, skin thickness, insulin, BMI. Okay, so like this we are getting the and also if we go for like data set 1, for example, we make use of like heads and tail also, right? Sometimes. Okay, you know, I think head. You can read from the top and like this, no? Head and tail. We can make use of this also. Okay, if I put like head, I will be giving like 0, 1, 2, 3, 5 value. See, this is a very important question for you, isn't it? This kind of head and tail will be very fundamental for you during your test. Sometimes they are asking the questions like that. For example, what they are asking is if any number is not specified here, if any number specified between this bracket, what will be the output like that? Okay, it will be reading from 5 value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like a 5 value will be reading out. So even sometimes you can mention your number also. For example, I want to find out like 7 value. Okay, 7 column to be like displayed here, isn't it? And like that, whatever. And if we go for like tail, will be from the bottom to top. Head will be top to bottom, whereas tail will be from bottom to top. It's a very, very important question there. Basically, when you talk about the pandas. Okay. So tail function. Like that. Okay. Like from sound 67, sound 66, 65, 64, and 63. Okay. Suppose you want busy within time that you can mention. So I am showing these kind of things. It's a very fundamental things. We are going to do some projects in with respect to artificial intelligence, these machine learning and data analysis. Okay, we'll be dealing this kind of particular code. Okay. Suppose we do a lot of thing also. For example, sometimes we can go for one-dimensional data and two-dimensional data, right? Series will be there. I mean, in pandas, I think you are knowing about that. Okay, so series and the data frame. Series will be using for that one-dimensional data, whereas data frame will be using for two-dimensional or in sense multi-dimensional, right? Isn't it? So am I correct? So for example, if you want to find data set name, a data set one, name, like okay, name, or you can say for example age. Yeah, correct. Okay, so data set one. See, actually here user defined. For my understanding, I put like data set one. So whatever you want like to do, you can assign our variables. Okay, this is what variable name, isn't it? So syntax is basically this is what basically in the pandas. I think some of them may be very new to this program. So the syntax basically here that this is what basically selected. This is what the variable name, which is equal to PD. It's a small letter that read underscore cs is here. Basically the syntax for this pandas programming. Okay. So always you have to put like PD. It's a small letter only. Okay. Suppose we want to go for the two-dimensional. Okay, so data set, same thing, data set one, and you would open mean. BMI. So what are the values there? Outcome, isn't it? Outcome is there. Outcome. So BMI is a variable and a comma and outcome. Okay.
Participants, please wait. There is a network issue. Sir will be joining soon. Participants, there is a network issue at the resource person side. Sir is trying to rejoin. Please wait for 5 minutes. Sorry, participants. Sorry for the interruption. So there is a serious network issue from the resource person side. So in next 5 minutes, it will be resolved and sir will join and continue the session. Thank you.
Yeah, some got error, sir. Some network error. Okay. Here. So here data set 1 and BMI. Okay. So if you want to go for other variable also, we can do it, right? For example, we can make use of glucose also. So here, what I did is data set 1 and reading the BMI value and glucose, so we can get like this, isn't it? So basically, what I'm doing is I am dealing with the data in pandas, okay, in pandas. So pandas, data about the pandas, it has series and a data frame, so we can make use of for processing of series data as well as the multi-dimensional data, like that. Suppose you want to find out like, or you want to change the series, or you want to do some data frame for 2-dimensional, so we can make it as a function dot series, isn't it? For example, let us consider like doing the
Sir, that screen is not visible, sir. One black screen is there actually.
okay, sir. So now, sir.
Sir, now it is visible, sir.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for disturbance. I think some problem are there. Okay, yeah. So we go for some series also and also data frame. Okay. Here what I'm doing, same it is input pandas PD. You don't want to put again and again, but for understanding purpose, I'm putting like import pandas SPD. Then I'm declaring some variables like a equal to 794. And here user defined variable, isn't it? Data set equal to, here it is a function starting PD dot series A, isn't it? So it's very important. It is displaying 1-dimensional data. Okay, so 794 like that. Right. Suppose we want to go for index, sometimes here like what I did is some make it is a series. Here you can get the variable A here, then we make it as index here. You know, I think. Okay, so now something like that we can do like, so number 10, number 10 like that. Okay, already given. So the index is given like that. Okay, so here I'm declaring the variable A equal to 794, and user defined variable is data set. Then here PD dot series. Okay, PD dot series in which index is given to the variable A. Okay. Okay. So what we are getting is here getting like index number 1, number 2, number 3, and 794. Then we got for the data frame. Here the data frame is given like that, PD dot data frame. So as it is, I'm declaring the variable here, import pandas as PD, and user defined variable data, and giving like I'm creating the 2-dimensional like that, isn't it? So name something like that is given. Okay, so whatever you want to give, like then you can read the PD dot data frame within button. Okay, so PD dot data frame. So we have some rules and regulations for Python, right? So there is some rules and regulations for declaring the variables. Okay, so procedure B9. So here data is a very capital letter, and don't want to put face, and you put like F. F is a frame. Okay, here capital letter is given. Okay, so that PD dot data frame. So automatically we'll be creating the 2-dimensional variable like that. Okay, so index is given like name and color. Suppose if you go for check it up in null value. For example, you are doing some database. Okay, so there may be like the check value. I mean null value may be there. So if you want to find out the null value, so just you put like data set 1 and these values. So whether it will be like check it up whether it is null value or not. So basically, when you talk about these data sets, there is no null value. I think null value. That is why I'm mentioning false like that. So it is false coming means, or basically there is no null value like that. So what I'm doing is I make use of the pandas library. I make use of some of the instruction to that data sets. I'll be check it up because these things are to be done. So before doing this any kind of projects using the data, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. And also we go for like so when you talk about the database, right? I think it will be dealing with diabetes data for women. Okay, so now I want to find out the percentage of the people of that affected for the diabetes and non-diabetes. Okay, so how to check it up? Just to declare variable like this. For example, here I'm like dia is given, it's a variable for diabetes. Then you have to find the length of the data sets. Okay, here I'm putting like length, isn't it? Length of the data sets. Length of the data set 1, in which, isn't it? In which data set 1 outcome is double equal to 1, right? So we'll be segregating, those are the patients will be having the outcome is 1, that will be segregated. So you should know the difference between the equal to and double equal, right? So here I'm putting like double equal because it will be it will be segregate, it will be extracting the informations, those are having the diabetes. Okay, I mean those are having the outcome is 1. Okay, repeating again, here is defined. Okay, so whatever you want to do, for example, like diabetes variable is there. Okay, or simply you can put that. Okay, so dia equal to length of the data sets, in which data sets outcome double equal to 1. Okay, so like this you have to do for non-diabetes. So here non-dia, for example, I put like non-dia, and the length of the data set 1, and data set 1 in it, same outcome is 0. So just check it up. Yeah, so we got it. And suppose we want to find out the the length of the data set of dia. So we'll be giving like 268. Okay, so we know the total length of these data sets. I think it will be like 768. So 768 length of the total data sets will be getting 268 rows. Okay, maybe for diabetes, isn't it? Then what will be the remaining value? Definitely 500 only. Let me check it up. So non-dia. So what happened is it's 500. Okay. So what happened? So I'm not giving. Okay. So what happened is we'll be getting 500. So 500 plus 260. Now I'm going to add these to total. So total equal to, okay, I am adding this dia plus non-dia. So we'll be giving like 768. So I want to find out the percentage. So percentage of dia equal to dia multiplied with 100 divided by total. Am I right? For I'm actually basically I'm finding the percentage of the people affected from the diabetes, isn't it? So percentage dia equal to dia and multiplied with 100 divided by total. Like this. So then percentage non-diabetes is equal to no dia. So product with 100 divided by total. So you got it. So for dia, comma, for non-dia. So what happened is got it today is 34.599. Okay, it's like this. Okay. Sorry, my internet is very unstable. So today the internet is disturbing me to deliver a good lecture. So, sorry. So I think I'm going to offline also sometime so that I can execute a better understanding lecture rather than these kind of people. So again, I'm sorry for it. Yeah, 3.12. Okay. See, it is you don't want to do any kind of manipulation on the Excel where calculator and all. Okay, so simple script is doing it, right? So you don't want to find you don't want to spend with the data analysis. Okay, simply we have a user We can do dimensional do that even robotic like for example, there are other libraries also there, like what we can say.
Selva sir, you are muted, sir.
Okay, sorry, sir. Sorry. Sorry, sir. So here I am introducing another that is NumPy as NumPy, right? That is same as it is BIP install NumPy, and NumPy will be using for the array, isn't it? So here like import NumPy as NumPy, then we can as it is like we can make use of like NumPy for one dimensional, two dimensional, like multi-dimensional array analysis. Here same thing is given. Import install NumPy as that you can give different, right? So here we are getting that 1.21.6, right? 1.21.6 that. Here that is import NumPy as NumPy. Then I can give like variable name, user defined variable as it is. Then can give function np.array. Same thing, np.series. Okay, like that. pd.series, pd.data frame, then np.array. Like that you are giving. Okay. So now to go give like that print a. So simply you can give variable name. It will be giving like array 792 like that, something like that. Okay. So here the same thing is given, declaring variable a equal to np.array. So this is user defined 8891 something like that. Then I'm declaring again b equal to np.array, giving two dimensional here. So these are the things we want, right? Dimension of the array and what will be the size of the array, then what will be the data type and the size and the size of the particular database like that. Okay. So here, basically, when we talk about this, right, this is called like a dimension of the array. For example, we need to for this B, so we'll be giving the dimension of the B. I think is a dimension of the B is a two-dimensional like that. Okay. So best always you got to concentrate with these functions. Always start with B dot. Submit nb dot like that. Okay. SNS dot. So PD dot data frame like that. So this is a very important thing that you have to know. Note it on this point. That, okay. So and what will be the size and data types and dimensionals, so everything is available here. So by using this, and even sometimes you can do some arithmetic operation also in the array. It's very easy to do things. Okay. So here, so I want to finish fastening the time. That's why just doing this. Here that same thing is then I'm declaring the array here 7992 and 161196. Then sometime I said right e dot minimum of that value and maximum of that value and summation. I mean summary of that value, sum of that array also. Sometime we can do it. Okay, here arithmetic also we can do like that. A is a user defined. Same thing as np dot array. Then we'll be declaring the variable here. Value is there, not value. Value is given. Okay, I can do this also. Print a plus b, a minus b, a star c, and a slash c also to be done. But here, some of the time, even pointer may not be. We cannot make use of the pointer also. But some of the time, it will be replaced. That in terms of array. Okay. In array, when you're declaring this kind of array, we'll be dealing with kind of mathematical operation directly. So sometimes we cannot do indirectional performation also. Performation will not be done by using these pointers like that. But we can do like that array based operations here. Okay. So these are the fundamental like we can do based on this library. Okay. So pandas. So whatever you want to do, just you go to import the library. This is very much important. If it is missing that, we'll be giving. Then previously, if we go for that sequence of the operation, we'll be getting error. We normally when we go for this kind of model, okay, model. So model will be giving like sequence model sometimes. If we go for like CNN, if we go for neural network, we'll be doing sequentially. So when you talk about the sequentially, you have to display. I mean, you have to give properly that all the database. So I mean, sorry, all the libraries to be given properly. What kind of library they are going to use? Okay, you are going to make use of two-dimensional like array. You should give it like numpy array. Okay, so numpy import numbase numpy. You are make use of the seedbound, isn't it? You have to make use import numbase seedbound. Then you can go for the pandas. After that, sometime we can make use of database from particular. For example, I said no BIMA. Some kind of organization we are getting. So if you want to import from them, okay, you can import them from that also. For example, support vector machines. You want to import the dataset from support vector machines. So you want to import the consent library. So this is what I want to tell that. So it will be giving like minimum and the maximum and some values of that. Okay, so we check it up that minimum of that value of 2 and maximum value of the 96 and summation of the array will be getting 150. So one thing we don't want to bother about that whether the data types, right? Basically, you don't bother about the data types, whether it is integer data types. You don't want to do. You don't want to declare such kind of data types to be there. Okay, so no problem. Just you have to give it that make it simply the array. So one thing you have to concentrate that you have to concentrate on these functions and these how to declare the variable. Okay, you have to know the difference between this and this. Okay. Okay, normally we'll be dealing with this function in which, okay, so what should be given like that? You have to give like argument. Okay, so argument is also sometimes very important because normally if we go for like I mean artificial intelligence, what we can say, data analysis will be giving sometime argument. For example, if we want to find out prediction of the particular number, okay, in which you have to declare this argument. Okay, so in which you got to give that I got to concentrate that this kind of things. Okay, okay, so you have to know the difference between this and this. So don't worry about this kind of variables. Doesn't matter. Once you declare it properly, you'll be getting properly. You get output correctly. Okay. So I can do live arithmetic operations easily here. Yeah, so here we'll be getting like a plus b and subtracting the values and multiplication of the values and division of the value. Can get it. Okay, just a declaring variable. Okay. Whatever you want to give, we can give, no problem. For example, given like Selva, you know, right? Maybe some beginners also there. That's why I'm putting. For expert, no need, just like that for understanding purpose. Because some people may confuse him with this is also equally for index like that. So that most of the people are not coming forward to do the programming physically because they will think that the length of entire script is, they think it's a script. It's not like that. Okay, something may be the variable. Okay, so don't bother about that. Okay. I will get it. Okay. So just to revisit that, then you can go for other applications. Okay, so what I did is I have to install whenever you go for Python programming. I mean in Colab, you have to install the library. But I recommend you to go for this Colab because it has been already uploaded some library there. So lot of library available, more than 10 to maybe 70 maybe exactly. But you have to learn at least 5 to 6 library. It's very comfortable for you. So among those library, I recommend you to learn first of all pandas. You have to thoroughly that pandas. Then you go for NumPy, and other you go for Seaborn. Seaborn also very important. Okay, to display the information in terms of picture. Okay, so learn one by one. Okay, pandas, then you go for NumPy, then you go for the Seaborn. Sometimes Matplotlib also there. So both are similar things also. Okay, so both are doing same thing only, displaying the information in terms of picture. Okay, sometime I want to display the information. For example, if you want to, you are reading the data set from the computer, from the particular data set, but I want to display the number. I want to display the number in terms of image. Then by the time we can make use of the Seaborn, isn't it? Or Matplotlib, like, okay, Matplotlib library is also there. Then this is very important script. So okay, so data set, this is user domain. Then pd.csv, read the files from this. To read the file from this, you go to make path from this place, file, then upload. Whatever you want to upload, you can upload. Okay, so if not getting upload here, we're getting error. For example, some biomedical engineers, mostly they are writing maybe there, and maybe use of different kinds of photo data sets like images, right? So they want to upload from this place. COVID-19 data sets, maybe there, they upload from this place to this place here. Okay, but if you want to make use of from a particular agency, okay, so I mean authorized agency, they can make use of a script depending upon their script they given. Okay, accordingly you have to import. Okay, so then these are things I done, and so another thing is also Seaborn inside that. Okay, and I did some small manipulation of the database. Okay, then I display the information with respect to this, and I said this is a very important part for you. They want to display this label here. Okay. Then I talked about the NumPy. So as it is, import number is NumPy. Then you have to import also. Once installed, then you have to import also. Okay, first install, then import. Then here I declaring some array operations like nb.array. Okay. Then you have nb.array like that. And also I have discussed with frame, data frame and series, right? Data frame and series. For data frame, I have to put pd.dataframe and get a variable name here. Okay, get a variable name here. And it's like pretty series. So this part is very important for our placement purpose. Okay, they will ask what is the difference between this. And other thing I said, right, what will be the head and type. Maybe I think there are a lot of many students are there in final year. They're very careful about these things. Okay, you don't want to do this kind of things, but very careful in this. Okay, you have to like what will be the head and tail. I said already there. Okay, tail. Same button. Okay. Okay, so what will happen when I'm giving number? So time. Okay, so head and tail is very important. Okay. This
Salva sir, your sharing stopped, sir.
Please wait, sir. Wait, sir. Wait, sir.
Okay.
I'm doing it one. Now visible, sir?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah. So recommend you to go for this kind of seaborne data visualization. It's very important for I said, right? So you got to do a lot of files. Maybe this may be applicable for research, right? Research column maybe they like the different kinds of data you have to display the information. It's very simple to publish the paper in any kind of research paper. What they do is, right, if you know the Python, they will do different kinds of plot. Okay, they will publish it easily. But people may not know, I mean, those are the people are not aware of the Python. They'll be knowing that it's a new thing to them. It is not like that. It is already existing one only, but they know the very well basically from the Seaborn particular library. Okay, so once you get this kind of code, let me share this code also to you. You can make use of it also. Okay, for example, right, I'm loading the dataset, please. Okay, I think you have to change the variable. Okay. Yeah, another thing that you can go for the pair plat also. It's very important. Pair plat. This year, yeah. This part is very important for you. Okay, normally for research scholar, recommend you go for this kind of. Okay, if you're dealing with some kind of parameter with the research, okay, then you can make use of this pair plat. Normally, this is what they wanted, right? What will be the correlation between the two variables? Suppose if you make use of like water quality data, okay, something like that. Mostly they application oriented, remote sensing oriented applications, right? Maybe the CSIT people they make use of this kind of data analysis. So better we can go for this kind of pass for this data. What will be the relationship of two variables? Yeah, frequency and outcome like that. Yeah, glucose, blood pressure is like that. You can make these different kinds of variables like that. So you can display the informations depending upon your original research, then display the information to the journal. They'll accept easily. So this is what they need basically. Okay, instead of go for the Excel based plot, they'll be looking at this kind of plot only. Yes, the pandas and I mean Seaborn will allow different kinds of plot, isn't it? Sometimes, right, two-dimensional plot may be applicable in previously, but nowadays we have make use of in surface plot also like three-dimensional, like four-dimensional, something like that. So everything to be done here in the Seaborn. So very familiar this kind of library Seaborn. It's much important than the pandas and NumPy. Okay. However, you should learn about both things, both pandas and NumPy. But sometime for research color, I recommend you to go this kind of package is very compatible for you. And like even histogram also to be right. Histogram also to be done like this. For example, like giving like outcome. Here I'm not putting data set because I'm declaring variable as data set only. So because you don't confuse with data set 1, data set 2 like that. Okay. So I given like data set only. That's why giving the data set here, isn't it? So in previous lecture, what I did is I put like data set 1. Okay. Yeah. This is also again do it because these kind of things I'm doing for publications. Okay. So you can do this. This is very new plot to you. Okay. Here like we will be getting output outcome is either 0 and 1, right? So you can count like age and count number of people or count will be getting easily. Okay, I can change variable here, for example BMI. So I can change the like yeah. So this kind of things will be doing like histogram will be seeing that scatter plot will be doing even sometime regression also will be possible, right? Scatter plot and this backsplat also it's very different nowadays, right? The editor are expecting only plot instead of giving right n number of plot, right? We can make use of the backsplat also. Okay, you should do it nowadays. Backsplat is recommended, right? Recommended by the many researchers, many editors, many experts. They are recommending only backsplat. Okay, it is saves the place. It saves the place on the paper. Okay, so backsplat also begin like that. Examples. Here outcome is the output for the data set. Those are having the diabetes 1, that is called as outcome 1. They are not having the non-diabetes, I mean having non-diabetes, they are having assigned as like 0. Okay, outcome. Yeah, getting okay. So like this, you do the backsplat also. So whatever you want to the plot, you can make use of this Seaborn as library. Okay, so whatever you want to do, you can do. I think maybe I can do like more than 13 plot. I can do it by using this. I mean Seaborn. Okay. So regression also the benign. Okay, better we'll check it up. Axis stage. Yeah. So we can go for the reversion output also, between the age and outcome of the people. Okay. So better we make use of the glucose also. Yeah. So regression, this is it's very important to you for data. I mean especially for those who are studying in quantitative based studies, right? Quantitative based research. Okay, so this kind of things we can give the inference in terms of this result is enough. They accept it easily. Okay, so you can give more information. Like even if you go for 80, at the age of 80, I think the count will be 1, isn't it? But if you go for like 20 to 30, you will be getting right. So you'll be getting large number of people here, isn't it? Large number of people are belongs to this, and also the value also high. Glucose level from 75 to 135. I think normally from the image, what is the inference is that they are getting like pre-diabetes. That is what saying there, isn't it? If you go for 125 and 25, you will be getting low. But if you hear from 75 to 125, it's saying that it's a diabetes people. I mean, it is for the female data. I mean, for female database, I mean human database here. Okay, so the human will be affected, I mean impacted by the glucose in the age of that 20 to 30 highly. Okay, so like this you can do. Okay, so suppose we go for better last one, BMI value, given the age and BMI. Okay, this age and BMI value data. Okay. So one by one again display. Okay, so we will be getting lot of plot, isn't it? It's enough quantum homework is enough to publish the paper sometime. Okay, so I am telling this again and again. This part is very useful for the research scholars in case they are using regardless of any studies, particularly when they are going for the quantitative based work. Okay, so make it as a database like this, like a CSV file. Just put here, and all this script to be done. Okay, so according to our requirements, you will do the plot, scatter plot, backplot, whatever. Yeah. So I'm doing this kind of plot for my studies. One of the studies are going on that only I'm doing the platform only. Okay, so dealing with the variables, among the variables, what will be the change in terms of pictures. Okay, we can get information from this picture and will be writing the paper. Okay, so what don't worry about that whether it will be good or not, but please try to export with paper. Okay, this is what prepare. It's a very preliminary work for you. It's very important. Okay, so don't think that if you want to do good things, big things, it is not like that. So whatever thing to be real and fact, okay, that is wanted. Okay, so you can do this kind of things. Seaborn, okay. Okay, almost I cover the pandas, numpy and seaborn. Okay, so I will go for one more project. Okay, so we'll be dealing with that. Please wait.
Sir, the screen share stopped, sir.
Okay, sir. I'm sharing, sir. Please wait.
Okay, sir.
Wait, wait. So here, after reading, right, I mean, after learning the pandas library and cbun libraries and the Napier library, okay, so this library is very important, right? So after I can go slowly increase the length of the code, okay, one by one. See, actually, when we talk about the artificial intelligence, machine learning and data science, don't expect the particular application. Okay, for example, artificial intelligence may be mostly applicable for sometimes nowadays it's for medical sector, right? Medical sector, right, after impact of the COVID-19, right, the artificial intelligence, I mean, the trends will be increasing. Okay, the trend will be reaching to the particular doctor. The doctor also wanted to study this because they want to reduce the manual interruptions, just to put into the particular system. Okay, they want to whether it will be impacted by the COVID-19 or not. Really, they wanted to do. Even in future, right, they like any kind of major operations will be done through artificial intelligence only. Okay, so like this, only one thing that you should have data quality. It's very important, right? The data quality, because I believe in the particular data sets. Okay, so after that I read the database and I'm doing the output. So thing is that the output is depending upon the what the input is given by the user, right? So what I'm saying is that the data quality is one of the challenging factor, more challenging factor. It's not only in any field. If you go for any field like agriculture field or IT sectors also, and remote sensing field nowadays, geoinformatics field. Okay, so data collection of the data is to be very real. Okay, that is why the most of the people are asking for validation part, isn't it? For example, I'm designing the one particular system. Okay, I'm teaching something to the system. Okay, so after that, the system is like intelligent, sometimes rather than me also. So very dangerous, my dear participants, very dangerous with the artificial intelligence, because it will be extract the information. So unfortunately, I'm not having the PPT. Since I hands-on session, I'm not preparing the PPT. Otherwise, I'll be giving some example also. Okay, so don't trust the artificial intelligence and machine learning. So I am saying this, it will react in you. It will react on you. So because that, suppose you are doing some personal database with artificial intelligence and machine learning. After that, the system you design, no, you design the system is teach you, or giving information to you. Okay, so somebody maybe maybe come to know that, okay, what you are working with the computer, what is the requirements? Your requirements can be identified the system easily. Then your parents. Then sometimes the computer may be telling to our parents also, he needs like this, he expect like this. Yesterday he did like this. The machines, because machines like act as intelligent. I think you understand what is artificial intelligence and machine learning. That is why I'm telling that I'm not discourage you, but don't trust this kind of artificial and data machine learning. If you are very good at your attitude, if you are good at a good smart work, or what we can say, like professional work, you are very honest, then you may be studying machine learning and artificial intelligence. Otherwise it will kill you. Because when you go for like data sets, right, normally we are reading like here I am declaring the variable, declaring the database. Here Scala is one of these data is available, right? I'm not browsing any files here, isn't it? Like I'm getting the database from the computer, from the cloud. Okay, from the cloud computing, it is somewhere else. It is somewhere else in some other computer. So from this Scalan, okay, I am importing datasets. Here low digits. Here like no, this is what we can say like classes. It is information about the classes, like numbers. 10 class will be there, and in terms of sometimes pixel also may be there, right? Then will be displayed in terms of pixel, and what will be the total number of pixel like that, isn't it? Then what will be the dimensionality? So all those things even better. What you do is best check up with this SKLAN. Okay, Scalan, SKLEN, Scalan latest. Here, this system able to find the given digit defined by the user.
So what I do is I make a system. I'm teaching that to system. Okay, you got to do this kind of thing based on the input. So that, listen, my dear participants, you have to declare two variables. One is independent variable and another one is dependent variable. Okay, there should be two things there. Otherwise, we cannot get results because depending upon the variable, okay, we'll be getting that output. Okay, so that we'll be getting in training part, okay, here like that, independent variable and output of different variables. Okay, independent variable and depending upon the dependent variable. So this is what the output always depends on the input. So now these machines, I mean this system, okay, is act as a intelligence. So whatever the input is given, it will giving these result. After that, we go for that testing of the data, and we will be giving the finding the accuracy of the data. See, I am giving the database because I can give all those things in 2 hours because it's like a ocean. There are plenty of application are there, plenty of application there. Okay, I can do slowly, can do so I can learn within 1 year or 2 years. So wherever you find time, you do small things that you can learn it like that. I learned. Okay, so here what I'm saying is that it will be giving that array information of the particular database also. Okay, for example, this is image basically, but it is number is in terms of 0 to 10, right? Like 10 numbers. But suppose I want to display the image of 10. Okay, so you have to import the necessary library. Okay, necessary library. Okay, so that I'm giving like data set image also. See, I'm giving the overall instruction of how to do the programming with respect to application. So in this slide, you can see what I'm doing is I'm making a model to be as intelligent to be predicting the input. Okay, whether it will be giving proper input or not. After that, it will be like automated system. Whatever given by the user, the system will be able to understand and giving the error. Sometimes it is not possible, but I'm so that because I cannot achieve 100% accuracy, but I hope maybe accuracy may be improved. Okay, like 97, 98, like that. Okay, so till you get more accuracy, okay, you have to validate the model. Normally we are doing a neural network now. Okay, neural network and whatever you are giving, like we are giving some assignments of the value. Epoch, you can say epoch. So I can change, keep on changing, and till you reach the good accuracy. Like that, you have to do here also. Okay. First, it is give import annotation only because the picture, the array is going to involve here. Okay, involve here. Okay. Yes, whatever the number is given, it will be considered as a array. Okay. So here given is load data set or load digits. Okay, load the digits given. So all the digits will be loaded here. Okay, all the digits will be given loaded. Yes, I'm going to give the system to one. Then I have to check it whether the system able to classify the input. I mean, classify the I'm not classify. Sometimes it will be giving correct input. Okay, it will be giving correct input or not. Okay, so like that I have to do. And another thing I want to tell that, yeah, so another part in this than this what it's very important part, right? Okay, so to split and training part is very important, right? Okay, normally going for like machine learning based work or artificial intelligence one. Okay, first you portion of the data to be classified for like testing and as well as training part setting. So training to be given after the test is given part. Okay, so depending upon the train, the test will be giving results. Okay, so what I did is I export library. I'll export library. Then I load the digits. Okay, then I had to summarize this for understanding of what I summarize the data set because you have to know okay what will be involved here. This is for example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is rows and of that particular 1797 database. Okay, 1797 total. Okay, total sample total. It is loaded all these informations up to 1797. Okay, so for getting array informations, I am saying that it's very important for import number as NP. Otherwise, we cannot display this information. We cannot do anything. Okay, sometimes the programming is reactive on backside of that only. Okay, because normally when we talk about the image, we can see the information visually, but it is backside. The DN number is sitting, right? The DN number is sitting, reflectance will be sitting there. Reflectance numbers, value of the reflectance, value of the DN or value of the particular raw data, right? It will be displayed. So if you want to see those informations also to be considered. Okay, so you have to summarize the data set. It's very, very important. You have to check it out. Then visualize also like that here. Yeah. So visualization should be like it's import matplotlib as matplotlib library as pilot. See, sometimes this is also very important for the student point of view. They may be asking what is the difference between the Seaborn and the matplotlib library. Okay, so these things to be carried out for student point of view. Okay, matplotlib library. Okay, so almost sometimes it is doing, but sometimes if you go for image based oriented, you can go for the matplotlib library, because here I want to display the information given by the user. For example, this number is giving like number 9. Okay, for example, give a like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 cross 7 is there. Okay, 7 cross 7, sorry, it's 8 cross 7. Okay, so this pixel says 0 and this pixel 0, this 0. And here when come across 2, it will be giving the white color. So when we talk about the gray scale map, there are like number 0 to 255, right? Like 256 gray level. Okay, so here it is like that only, right? Some gray level will be changing depending upon the information. Okay, so we can predict like visually I can predict like that it will be like 9. It's a handwritten, that is why it will be shown like that, isn't it? Then corresponding information about array value like 0, here 0, 0, then it will be starting 11. So if we see the difference between 11 to 12, we can see the variation here. This is 11 and this is 12. Definitely there is a change in there. But when we come up with this place like 16, 16, 16, though it will be 16, 16, 16 like this, isn't it? Then it is closely decreased. It is called 30. So like this, the color coding variable will be lying between 0 to 255. Like it's a very important point of view. Okay. For that, you have to import this library. Import matplotlib library dot pyplot as plot. We don't want to do again and again as this thing. That's why I'm doing this. Okay. Here like plot, just that's it. Plot dot gray and matplot mat show like that. Here you don't want to do like that matplotlib again and again. Okay, I given already. That is why these things are explaining here. Then they segregate the data sets for training and that. So here training and the testing part like that, it is very important. Things you should know about xtrain and xtrace and ytrain like this declared. Okay, this part. So xtrain comma xtrace and ytrain comma ytrace. Yeah, so and we're getting some. Then you can print it. You can find this chef of data also primarily. Okay, for example, this is a training data sets and this is a testing data set. Even majority of the data sets will be allocated for training, and some of them are allocated for the testing. It is why the segregated here, right? So among those total variables, okay, among those variables, 450 of numbers will be allocated for the test, and 1347 numbers will be allocated for the training like that. And it's a very important, right? Here, this is what the training here. This part I said no. This part I'm going to act as intelligence. Yes, I'm giving like that SVM class here. That is model. I'm designing one model from that sklan. So from sklan import SVM. Okay. So this is inbuilt already. I'm not doing any from the external file. So that I make use of this data set from sklan. Okay, and also as well as that classifier is support recognition. So from sklan import SVM. It is a library. It is going to manipulate on depending upon the coding, isn't it? So this is very important. From I declaring some model and designing model 1, for example, it is user defined. Then like SVM, it is a function started. And dot SVG, I am declaring this kernel size will be there. Okay, so this is a theory point of view. We can study right what is support recognition. Okay, what will be like how it is classified theoretically. After that, it comes to practical like that. Okay, so there are different kinds of kernel is there like linear kernel. It's a very familiar. So I declaring the linear, right? Then I put like x train y train for the model. I giving x train and y train like that. So this is what the next predicting part. Okay, so this predicting part, like whatever is given, this is user to find. Okay, so you have to check it out whether it will be giving correctly or not for the display purpose. For example, giving like 3, it will be giving 3 like that. And this prediction for test data will be displaying here. So predicting and remaining part will be displayed. You are assigning no for training and test part that will be displayed here. So then we go for evaluation of the model, right? So evaluation of the model to be, you can find the accuracy level. It's a very important part of it. Okay, the accuracy point. Then you'll be declaring this point as accuracy 97.11. Okay, so unable to do one by one. It takes time to complete. It will take 1.5 hours to complete programming. So that okay. So, but however, I think I'll be giving that overall view that how to make it as the project. Okay, the same thing will be given. Whatever we find the promise statement first of all, first the promise statement, then data collection. It's very important. Okay, normally the people won't allow you to go for existing database. So by the time you make use of the collect database, depending upon your research. Okay, you purchase the instruments or you make use of the instrument in our other side, I collect database. Then here, make it as a database here. Okay, then split into testing part and training part. Okay, then learn the algorithm. I mean, give the algorithm. So many algorithms there. Supervised learning and unsupervised learning are there. Basically, you know, right? Theoretical point of view. Okay, so depending upon the algorithm, you have to declare that intelligent system here. Make it is a model. Okay, as I said, it's make it is a model in up here. Okay, make it is a model from this place. Okay, so now this is intelligent point. After that, you are evaluating it. And this what I then the model will be giving the 97 point in accuracy like that. Okay, then you can go for different methods. You can validate because we want to compare the other model also, right? Different kinds of algorithm like kernel, okay, and the gamma functions, right? Like that. So if you know these support vector machine, you come to know about these kind of things. Okay. So and you got to find this accuracy of that model also. You can compare with the results, and they will be presenting which kind of algorithm, which kind of machine algorithms are giving that good accuracy or not. Okay, so like this you have to do. Wait a second, please.
Sir, sharing stopped, sir.
Please wait, sir. I'm taking another programming. Please wait. Come, So clustering is also nowadays, very important analysis they are doing, particularly that information people and communication people, they are using this clustering techniques. Okay, so clustering of this very normally, there are two things are there, like supervised and unsupervised. In supervised, normally we'll be giving like training pixel will be given, isn't it? But unsupervised, normally the system or the particular computer, right? The computer itself taking the training, is act as a trainings and will be giving the output. Okay, like that. Okay, so clustering is sometimes maybe applicable for financial aspect. Nowadays, right? Many people are encounter with financial aspect based research. Okay, what will be the customer relationship with particular financial aspect, whether it will be degradation there. Okay, like that they are studying. So the clustering is very important also, like it's clustering to be done with different kinds of algorithms to be done, isn't it? So I get to do different kinds of algorithm to be given for your given data. Okay. So as it is, right, that is the import pandas query, then import numbers NP, and the import matplotlib string. These are things I needed. Okay, so this to be thing. It is the things must be. Okay, the give. Okay. You have to load the data sets. So here, data CSV. Okay, dot CSV. Yes, it is right. So summary data sets. I said no. Sometimes very important to see the head and tail. Okay. Yeah, so here, after declaring the library, okay, and read the collection of data sets, okay, then it is you have to optimize Kavli is very important. I think you have to take some theory also, like now that is WC. This is very important. Okay, so clustering you have to. I think you studied about this kind of theory. I think, right? I don't know about that WCSS. It's like a theory. You can go through it. It will be finding the optimistic Kavli for that. Okay, optimistic Kavli. This WCSS. This kind of theory. Okay, so you go through it. In artificial intelligence data science, maybe like I will be getting some kind of algorithm. Okay, WCSS. Okay. After that, I have to find you can find the clustering value also. I mean, it will be the optimized value for your data sets. You can find this from this clustering. Okay, so finally we get output also like that. So I want to show this kind of many things I want to show, but I mean for me it's 2 hours not enough for me. But if it will be like offline sessions, I'll be giving more applications. Even if you go for like agriculture based work, we'll be doing a lot of work with this artificial intelligence data science also, and the medical field also you can do a lot of things also, right? But this kind of thing is very preliminary work for you, maybe initiate to you. Okay, so hope this lectures will be useful for you. Okay, so if I have the time in futures, definitely I will take many application based coding, like okay, so various algorithm there. But here I'm not covering all those things in artificial intelligence, but I covered that preparatory things for doing your projects. Okay, so it's very simple. Whatever the doubt, you can ask me in the mail. Okay, so I get your contact number. Okay, I'll give it. Okay, so contact me, and also I will be giving like that external help also, like project help, right? If you want to do with projects in artificial intelligence data science, come with my institute, like I will be working in the MG University. Okay, so I welcome you all for this, doing any projects. Okay, under my guidance, I will help you definitely. Okay, so I can do all the things so within 2 hours. Forgive me. So I hope this webinar is very useful for you. So don't think that it's very simple to learn. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Sorry,
So
sir.
Tell me, sir.
I can do all the things in within 2 hours, sir. Okay.
Okay,
I can't
sir.
explain, but I give the initiation for this. They will do definitely. Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful session. So all the participants' feedback attendance link is posted in the chat box. You can fill it.
So best, whatever you have any work, right, in our final year, first you have to database. See, you have to correct the database of your research work. Database to be very precise. It's very important. Just like they don't do the collect for our convenience, because depending upon input, the model will be giving the predictions. So if you want to go for precise predictions, okay, okay, the data quality is very important. Okay, so whatever the data to be collected, okay, so everything is available in the Python library. Just over the line, one by one syntax to be given to the system. Then you do one by one. Okay, so you'll be getting. So there are a lot of operation out there. Okay, so documentation also will be there. So based on the documentation, giving that algorithm. Based on the algorithms, okay, you can segregate the database, training and testing, then evaluating the model and check it up the accuracy and compare with other machine learning model or artificial intelligence model. Okay, so there are I think already learn about the difference between the artificial intelligence and machine learning. Difference between, even nowadays the data science are incorporated. So that is also one of the things are is competitive with machine learning and artificial intelligence. So it will be common for all those things. It will be common. Portion of the work will be getting from the artificial intelligence. Portion of the will be work getting from the machine learning. Okay, so it is subset of all those things like machine learning, artificial intelligence. Okay, it is a subset of all those things. Okay, so far I think you might have heard about that machine learning, artificial intelligence, machine learning subset of artificial intelligence, and deep learning also there, right? Deep learning is also a subset of that machine learning. And nowadays data science also introduced that will be placed on all those things as a common. Okay, so normally in life we'll be dealing with data. Okay, the data to be analyzed with this kind of library. Okay, so please learn slowly one by one. Okay, so all the best. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. So all the participants, please fill the feedback form which is posted in the chat box. Those who have filled the feedback form can leave now.